Good evening on this 9th day of January 2026, being my first night on Newswatch in 2026. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for choosing Newswatch tonight. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Let's take a look at the day's news. Now, the Ministry of Education has officially released the 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, that is KCSE examination results that highlighted an improvement compared to the previous year. According to the ministry, a total of 1,932 candidates, representing 0.19% of the total candidates, attained an overall mean grade of A plain, marking a slight improvement from last year. Meanwhile, 270,000 candidates attained grade C+ and above, qualifying for direct university entry. 993,226 candidates sat the 2025 examinations, up from 962,512 in 2024. Alice Diana tells us more.
The long wait of the release of the 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE examination results came to an end today after the Ministry of Education, led by Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, announced the results. The 2025 KCSE results highlighted a marked improvement in overall learner performance and an increase in the number of students qualifying for university entry. Announcing the results on Friday at AIC Chebisas High School in Eldoret, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos Ogamba noted that 993,226 candidates sat for the 2025 examinations, up from 962,512 in 2024, representing an increase of 30,714 candidates. Of these, 492,012 were male and 501,214 female, meaning girls outnumbered boys for the second consecutive year since the inception of KCSE. Out of these 993,226, a total of 1,932 candidates who represent 0.19% scored grade A, marking an improvement from 1,693 candidates who represent 0.18% who achieved the top grade in the 2024 examination. The number of candidates who attained the minimum university entry grade of C+ and above rose to 270,715, representing 27.1% of the candidature. This was an increase from 246,319 candidates who represent 25.53% in 2024. Those who scored C- and above, who qualify for various tertiary education pathways, stood at 507,131 candidates who represent 50.92%, up from 49.41% the previous year.
Candidates attaining a pass grade, which is grade D+ and above, was 634,082, which is 63.67% in the year 2025, compared to 605,774, which is 62.76% in the year 2024.
In terms of school performance, national schools produced the highest number of candidates with a mean grade of A, accounting for 1,526 students. They were followed by extra-county schools with 197 A grades, while private schools recorded 185 candidates with straight A's.
Sub-county schools, however, produced more candidates in the category of C+ and above compared to county schools, accounting for 72,699 and 36,600 respectively.
Meanwhile, the results of 1,180 candidates have been cancelled, with CS Ogamba revealing they were found to have engaged in examination irregularities.
I wish to reiterate that our stand on the integrity of examinations. In November last year, we indicated that there were reported cases under investigation and that action would be taken upon conclusion of the investigation.
The KCSE examinations were administered countrywide between October 21st and November 14th, 2025. Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Much appreciated, Alice Diana, for that report. In various high schools in the country suspended afternoon classes to celebrate the good results posted in the just-released KCSE examinations. In Kericho County, Kipsigis girls maintained their status as an academic giant in the region after posting a mean score of 10.2, while in Laikipia, Nanyuki School broke their own record of A's after posting a total of 55 A's. In Kiambu County, Limuru girls celebrated breaking their mean score record after 11 years. Jacob Ochiro reports.
Celebrations broke out in a majority of secondary schools in the country for the better part of the afternoon today, as lessons were suspended to celebrate the stellar performances in the 2025 KCSE as soon as the results were officially released. In Kericho County, Kipsigis Girls Secondary School cemented its reputation as an academic powerhouse in Kericho County after posting a mean score of 10.2. The school got 40 A-planes, and school principal Margaret Kirui congratulated the class of 2025 for their resilience.
So far, we have 40 A's, over 112 A minuses, and the process of consolidating is going on. We anticipate more quality grades once the process is over. At this point, I want to sincerely thank the school management, the teachers, and the parents for the teamwork they showed. They worked together as a team to enable us.
The same scenes were witnessed at Nanyuki School in Laikipia County after their class of 2025 broke the school's record, posting 55 A-planes. The school mean score this year is 9.683, which is a significant rise from last year's 8.9. The school's chief principal, Solomon Koech, thanked God and applauded the teachers for dedicating their time to achieve this feat.
For me, as the principal of this school, I'm really happy for our students, for each and every stakeholder, because they have made it for us. God has made it for us, and the rest of the stakeholders also have really contributed to this success. My teachers, this is the backbone. My teachers are always dedicated, and they have gone out of their way to make sure that we succeeded.
Meanwhile, in Kiambu County, after 11 years, Limuru girls broke the internal KCSE mean score record after posting a mean score of 9.03 in the 2025 exam. Chief Principal Susan Karaoke could not hide her joy and attributed collaboration as one of the key components to their success.
Our results have improved tremendously, and we have broken a record of 11 years. So that is why all of us are celebrating our cooperation. We are celebrating our collaboration, because together we have achieved more. Now, in 2025, we had a candidature of 499, and we have a B of 9.03.
The national results show that a total of 270,000 students attained the minimum requirement of C+, gaining direct entry to the university, and are expected to be placed in the various public universities in the coming few days by the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service (KUSIPS). Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Jacob Ochiro.
Thanks, Jacob. In Bungoma County, joy and celebrations rocked Mayanja Kibuke village in Bumula constituency after Emmanuel Sikuku, a student at Maranda Secondary School, scored an A of 83 points in the 2025 KCSE examinations despite facing numerous challenges. Meanwhile, at Bungoma High School, there were celebrations after 3 students scored grade A planes, 10 recorded A minuses, while 210 candidates qualified for university admission.
We are happy kwamba what we have received our results for 2025 is a sterling performance of the last year's group. For a long period of time, we had not scored a plain A. To be precise, from 2015 to date, we have 3 straight A's.
Nimefanya mtihani wangu wa KCSE katika shule ya upili ya Maranda High School. Na Mungu ameniwezesha nikapata alama ya grade ya A, points zilikuwa ni 83. Ningependa kusema kuwa hiyo safari haikuwa rahisi. Mwanzo kutokea tulipojiunga form 1 mpaka form 4 kwa na changamoto, upanda shuka, nini, milima na mabonde.
Thank the Lord for the good results that we've gotten, and my ambitions, I would like to be a surgeon in the future, and that is my prayer. As Bungoma School, we are happy. This is a good rising. We have been down for so long.
Nina furaha tele kuona ya kwamba nimeingiza mjukuu wangu kwa box mzuri. Pia nashukuru mtoto yangu Dennis vile amekuwa na bidii ya kutafuta huku na huku asomeshe hao watoto.
Still on matters education, but on a different note, President William Ruto has once again reassured parents with children in day schools not to keep their children at home due to lack of school fees, firmly stating that payment of full tuition fees is squarely the role of government. Even so, grade 10 placement now appears to be a subject of heated exchange between the head of state and his former deputy Rigathi Gachagua. Speaking in Eldoret moments after the release of the KCSE 2025 results, President Ruto breathed fire against Gachagua over his recent remarks regarding the placement of students to Mount Kenya schools. Gachagua, on the other hand, maintains that massive corruption and misappropriation of development funds within government are the main reasons why some regions lack national schools. Theo Masharia has that report.
I am a testimony. I am a witness.
With barely 72 hours left before 1,130,459 students join grade 10 in various senior secondary schools in the country, the subject of how some of them were placed has now become a war of words among the political class.
The issues I raised and I want...
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is now on the receiving end after he called on school heads from Mount Kenya to prioritize placing grade 10 learners who are from the region.
In any case, all those schools have been built using resources from the government of Kenya, especially the national schools. So, mimi nataka niwaeleze, we will not allow anybody, however insane, however mad, however desperate, however tribal they may be, to balkanize our children.
This was, however, not left unanswered.
Leaders from those regions.
The Democracy for Citizens Party leader, who spoke shortly after receiving jabs from President William Ruto, while in Uasin Gishu County on Friday, maintains that the recent placement was marred by corruption at Jogoo House, thus leaving out qualified, needy students.
So we have a crisis, we have a mess. I heard William Ruto saying that it has been done very well. He doesn't live in this country anymore. He should know and hear the outcry of parents. We are saying that it is not right to admit any child to a day school outside a walking distance. And when the principals were doing it, it was done properly because the principals know the catchment area of the secondary school. And then they will do 3, 4, 5 kilometers only. But we have a situation where kids in Machakos have been admitted in a day school in Kericho.
Insisting that the placement should be purely merit-based, Gachagua further hit at his critics, specifically leaders from northeastern Kenya, accusing them of poor development in their regions, despite receiving hefty taxpayers' money in form of development funds.
Since 2013, Wajir County has received 99.6 billion Kenya shillings. Marsabit County has received 76.83 billion. Garissa County has received 81.7 billion shillings. Mandera County has received 119 Kenya billion shillings. In fact, when I was deputy president, I was shocked that these leaders from northern Kenya don't live there and they don't work there. Anytime I had a trip to Garissa, to Mandera, to Wajir, the leaders of those regions would demand that I make space available for them on my aircraft. I would go with them and come back with them. And I never saw any institutions there, despite the fact that billions of shillings have been given to those areas.
Heavy expenses in form of transport and accommodation fees have been cited as the major threats to the future of many grade 10 learners who are expected to start their senior secondary school education on Monday.
There is a child from the Goto area who got 71 out of 72 marks. Alliance High School is just a few meters from the Goto. That child had asked to be placed in Alliance High School and the cluster was right. That child was denied an opportunity. Yet some children from other areas with as low as 50 marks have been admitted to those institutions. That is what we are saying is unfair.
For those in day primary and secondary schools, President Ruto has yet again announced that none of them should be sent home for lack of school fees.
And I want to make it absolutely clear, especially for day schools, that no child should be sent home ati kwa sababu ya maneno ya fees, kwa sababu serikali ya Kenya inagharamia 100% mambo ya kusomesha watoto wetu katika mashule. Ile pesa mzazi anahitajika kulipa ni ya boarding school na mambo mengine madogo.
Theo Masharia for Hope TV Newswatch.
Well, that national schools placement saga is a conundrum indeed. Thanks, Theo Masharia, for that report. And on that note, we take a short break on Newswatch tonight. We will be back with much more, including the blow to the compensation panel. Stay tuned.
Get ready for an unforgettable worship experience.
Hakuja kuwa, hakutakuwa. Niwe nina hitaji. Mimi nataka ushirika na wewe.
Every Sunday on Ultimate Worship.
Ainuliwe Mungu wetu.
Where we bring you live music, powerful praise, and anointed gospel ministers and bands.
Nashangilia Mwokozi.
Join us every Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Everywhere I go, I see you right there.
It's not just music, it's worship unleashed. It's ultimate worship.
You're too faithful to fail me.
Only on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Are you ready now?
Hi everyone, my name is George Gishoro, a presenter with Hope TV. Thank you so very much for continuing to support us by watching all our programs. Now, we would love to serve you even better. Now, we want to know where you are watching us from and the strength of the signal. You can scan the QR code and ensure that you answer all the questions in ensuring that you are getting us loud and clear with crystal pictures. So go ahead and fill in the QR code so that we can serve you better right here at Hope TV, where you look and live.
Welcome back. Amnesty Kenya Executive Director Irongo Horton has resigned from the panel of experts on compensation of victims of demonstrations and public protests with immediate effect. In a resignation letter addressed to the panel's chairperson, Professor Makau Mutua, Horton said that the decision comes after President William Ruto extended the term of the panel by 180 days, despite a court ruling on December 4th, which declared that the statutory mandate to handle compensation lies with the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, also known as KNCHR. Irongo said that the ruling had destroyed both the legal basis and institutional legitimacy of the panel. He has become the second person to resign from the panel after the outgoing president of the Law Society of Kenya, Faith Odhiambo, tendered her resignation on October 6th last year. To matters politics, ODM leaders now say the party will only enter future governments through structured and negotiated arrangements, warning that the era of informal or backdoor political deals is over. Led by party leader Dr. Oburu Oginga, they said there was a need to formalize future coalitions, especially as they prepare for the 2027 general elections. They were speaking during a burial ceremony in Alego Usonga constituency, Siaya County.
Speaking at the burial of his uncle's wife in Alengo Usonga, leader Dr. Oburu Oginga stated that while ODM currently enjoys representation in the broad-based government, including 14 principal secretary positions and several directorships, the party will not repeat what he termed as backdoor entry into government. He urged party supporters to formalize their ODM membership, warning that a weak and disorganized party would have little bargaining power at the negotiation table. The ODM leader further declared that should coalition talks collapse, he will not hesitate to contest for the presidency as the party flag bearer in 2027.
We approach 2027. As we approach 2027, we are not going to get into a government through the back door. We are going to get in through the front door through a negotiated arrangement. And this negotiated arrangement will be headed by me. And I'm telling you that it is not going to be a very easy negotiation. It is going to be a tough negotiation, and we are going to get what our share should be. And this share of ours depends on you people. It depends on your unity. It depends on your membership of the party.
Energy Cabinet Secretary James Opiyo Wandayi, who also attended the ceremony, dismissed claims of a leadership vacuum within ODM. He said the party's National Governing Council had already resolved the matter of leadership and formally mandated Dr. Oburu Oginga to spearhead coalition negotiation on behalf of the party. Wandayi urged ODM leadership to evoke the party constitution and begin formal engagements with President William Ruto, noting that preparations for the 2027 election must start immediately.
Was settled at the National Governing Council, acting on behalf of the National Delegates Conference. So anybody imagining that there's some vacuum in ODM leadership is daydreaming.
Alengo Usonga, member of party Samuel Atandi, cautioned party members against opposing the broad-based coalition approach being persuaded by ODM leadership. Atandi said while dissenting voices will not be expelled from the party, those who fail to align with collective decision risk isolating themselves once party organs ratify key resolutions. He stressed that ODM will remain a democratic party, but unity and discipline will be critical as the party charts its path toward 2027.
I don't ask you to resign, but when the party organs make decisions such as ratifying engagement with President William Ruto, you will have no option. You just leave on your own. But we will not even ask you to leave. Because if Central Committee meets tomorrow and they make a resolution that we are working with Ruto, you don't want that decision, you will have no option. You just leave on your own.
Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Glory Nkatha.
Much appreciated, Glory, for that report. Still in matters politics, the United Democratic Alliance UDA has completed plans for its grassroots elections scheduled for this Saturday across 20 counties. Deputy Party Leader Kithure Kindiki says the exercise will see party members elect 20 officials per polling station, a move aimed at strengthening grassroots structures and enhancing internal democracy within the party. In preparations for the elections, Kindiki held a follow-up meeting with 250 UDA-affiliated members of County Assembly to review readiness ahead of the nationwide exercise. Meanwhile, UDA Board of Elections Chair Anthony Mwaura has dismissed reports that the party has lost its popularity.
How do you, out of the 20 counties we are doing elections, 12 are in Mount Kenya, and in Mount Kenya, that is why we have got the highest number of registered contestants. Out of the 388, I can comfortably tell you that more than 280 comes from Mount Kenya. And you are going to see it for yourself tomorrow. I can tell you for sure the biggest county which have produced the biggest number of contestants in Mount Kenya is Meru, with that 8,000 contestants. We have got Kiambu with that 1,000 contestants. We have got Murang'a with 20,000 contestants. We have got Nyeri with 16,000 contestants. Kirinyaga we have got 15,000. Embu we have got 14,000 contestants. When you have got such high numbers, how can you say that UDA is dead? How can UDA be dead? And you won better south, better north contest. How can a dead party rise up and win a by-election? Number two, with this UDA party which is dead, we are opposed in Isero South.
Now, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has launched a 170 million shilling secondary school scholarship program targeting 4,000 bright but needy students across the city. The initiative aims to support learners from disadvantaged backgrounds and ensure equal access to education in Nairobi County. Governor Sakaja said the program is part of the county's efforts to promote inclusive education and reduce the financial burden on vulnerable families.
Today is not just a ceremonial event. It is a powerful statement of intent. It is about investing in our children, investing in potential, and affirming that no child in Nairobi should be denied an education simply because of financial hardships. Education remains at the heart of our transformation agenda, and therefore I'm proud to announce this first phase of the 170 million shillings scholarship program. It benefits approximately 4,000 bright and needy learners from the city ambao wako national and extra county secondary schools. Na jambo ambalo linanifurahisha ni kwamba watoto wetu wana perform vizuri. They're actually the top of the cream.
Woman
Join MC Jeff. This Sunday for a moment of worship on Ultimate Worship. From 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and repeat from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hope TV. Look and live.
What if your pain had a purpose? What if your past was just a beginning of a greater story?
Gotten to another level because now I could not do anything without it, and now it became like a poison. I take it today, it grounds me for 3 more days.
If I had not read the Bible, when I read the Bible, it just confirmed all the more that I had an encounter with the Lord, because I told him, Lord, why have you come to me?
From the streets to the sanctuary, from the prison yard to the pulpit, real people are sharing the power of God's transforming love. No matter where you've been, God can rewrite your story.
So I got him, I just called, and by luck, he picked up the phone. I explained everything and what I was feeling.
Wow.
He started praying in tongues immediately over the phone, and that thing, whatever it was, it stopped.
Join me, Sharon Aitore Wanganye, for Testify every Thursday at 8 p.m. as we listen through the journey of hope, healing, and redemption through the voices of people just like you.
And when you're running away from God, there's only the far you can run.
Yeah.
I stand here as a witness that God catches up.
These aren't just stories, they are testimonies. Don't just watch, testify.
Welcome back in business. A day after launching the second phase of the North Rift Nyota Youth Economic Empowerment Program, President William Ruto moved to Nakuru County to spearhead a similar scheme targeting young people from the South Rift region. The 5 billion shilling initiative by the government and the World Bank is aimed at empowering young entrepreneurs and reducing unemployment through direct financial support. Dolly Murigi Mbuvi has more.
President William Ruto was on Thursday in Nakuru County as he rolled out Startup Capital to hundreds of youth entrepreneurs from the South Rift region under the Nyota program.
And for bringing us together on this important occasion.
The Nyota program is part of the government's broader agenda to support micro, small and medium enterprises as a key driver of economic growth. Speaking during the disbursement, President Ruto reaffirmed his administration's commitment to empowering young people economically, noting that access to capital remains one of the biggest challenges facing startups in the country.
Nyinyi kama vijana mliofika hapa leo, ya kwamba mimi nawapongeza kwa sababu vijana 1,100 wali apply. Vijana 10,000 wamepata nafasi. Kati ya hawa 10,000 ni nyinyi mlio hapa, si ndio? Na kuna watu wali apply lakini hawakufuatilia. Nyinyi mlijituma. Yes. Mfanya application, ikasemekana kuja kwa interview, ukaenda interview. Ikasemekana kuja kwa training, ukaenda training.
The beneficiaries drawn from Nakuru, Bomet, Kericho, Narok, Baringo counties received financial support alongside training in entrepreneurship and financial management to ensure sustainability of the businesses. Youth leaders present welcomed the initiative, saying it should go a long way in addressing unemployment and boosting local economies.
Okay, plan yangu ni mimi nimefanya course ya cosmetology. So I'm planning to use this money to buy products and equipment ndo niweze kufund na huwa na fund young youth wasichana wadogo kutoka nyumbani na wapea course. So hii pesa itanisaidia kununua products kama blow dry, mafuta, shampoo. So niweze kuhandle watu wengi, wasichana wengi na niwapee course.
Shift alikuwa extend this kinyozi of mine so that I can have another salon behind the kinyozi there.
Nataka kuongeza salon?
Yes.
Ya kina mama?
Yeah.
Saa hizi ni kunyoa tu wanaume.
President Ruto also urged the youth to use the funds responsibly, warning that the success of the program depends on accountability and proper utilization of resources provided.
Pale kwa Nyota muko na nafasi. Affordable housing na markets na hostels muko na nafasi. Pale kwa digital jobs muko na nafasi. Pale kwa export of labor tumenyorosha muko na nafasi. Kila mtu ajitume because there are demonstrable concrete opportunities for you for the first time in the history of Kenya. We are not talking about empowerment of young people. We are demonstrating, we are doing it in practical terms.
With thousands of youth expected to benefit countrywide, the government says the Nyota program will play a critical role in transforming livelihoods and promoting self-reliance among young Kenyans. Dolly Murigimbuvi for Hope TV.
And now in sports, the magical Kenya Mountain and Trail Series is set to return to Nandi County, headlined by the Taptengele Cultural Festival and the 5th edition of the Tinderet Bangetuni Mountain Run. The 3-day event, which opens the 2026 series, will take place from January 15th to the 18th. Kenya Tourism Board CEO June Chepkemei says the event will showcase authentic Kalenjin culture while positioning Kenya as a leading destination for adventure, tourism and mountain running. The series, run in partnership with Athletics Kenya and the Kenya Wildlife Service, is part of the Magical Kenya Adventure brand, with a target of attracting over 200,000 adventure tourists in the next 5 years.
We are pleased to host the first event for this year's trail series that kicks off in Nandi County with the Taptengele Cultural Festival and the Tinderet Bangetuni Mountain Run. This is the second year we are hosting the trail series, showcasing the hidden gems in different parts of the country. We've had the Mount Kenya trails, we've had the Magharibi trails, we've had the Western Kenya trails, and this year we kick off with the Nandi trails in Tinderet. This is an important event for us as it gives us an opportunity to showcase the beauty of Kenya and benefiting communities by interacting directly with those communities and showcasing what it is that they have to offer.
And the Sunshine Development Tours East Africa Swing has received a major boost after Absa Bank Kenya announced a 4 million shilling sponsorship for the 9th and 10th legs of the tour. Absa has also committed an additional 3 million shillings towards customer engagements and activations. The two tournaments will be held at Thika Greens Golf Club from January 14th to the 16th and Karen Country Club from January 19th to the 21st, with each event offering a 2 million shillings prize pass.
Events across the country and one in Rwanda, and an additional one which was for the Q School. During this time, we've provided a really good opportunity and a platform for our pros to establish themselves and prepare. And for the first time, we have Kenyan players on the golf world ranking list. The tour kicked off in March of 2025.
Built our brand on stories and true human stories that are the inspiration behind what we get to do. We exist in this continent to empower Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time. And today is another opportunity to do that. We've partnered with the Sunshine Development Tour for the last 2 legs of this season. Partnership of a cost of about 7 million total investment from Absa. 4 million of this will go to the organizers of SDT, to just ensure that the prize money is at the right level and that the logistics are in place.
Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. God willing, see you on Monday. Have a good night.